listened to with that Pratt & Whitney Twin Wasp radial engine. By all accounts, it has excellent flying characteristics as well. Again, it's one of those fighters that could be deemed somewhat of an unsung hero of the combat of the early part of World War II, but a very effective weapon for that era. Certainly, I think, very comparable by all accounts to the likes of the Hurricane. An air intelligence operation of their own, which started life as a bilateral arrangement with the French. It was recommended to the head of the air section of the Secret Intelligence Service, Wing Commander Fred Winterbottom, that an American cabin monoplane type would be ideal as a reconnaissance platform, and the choice fell on this. 12A didn't develop as a smaller version of Lockheed's Model 10 Electra. It was intended as a feeder liner for airlines in the operations that Fred Winterbottom thought it could be put to. Initial operations were carried out by a pair of Lockheed 12As, both of which ended up being delivered to the French. This one came to the UK in early 1939. It was shipped across aboard the SS Aquitania, reassembled at Eastleigh in Southampton by Cunliffe aircraft, and flown again before it was converted for the reconnaissance role by Cunliffe and by Airwork at Heston. Into this very innocuous looking aeroplane, they fitted a variety of camera ports, two of them in the bottom of the fuselage for a pair of F-24 reconnaissance cameras with 10% overlap to achieve before the contributions of Cotton's assistant photographer, Patricia Martin, were factored in. She devised a teardrop window on the port cockpit side, which actually isn't included on the aircraft today, which could act as another handheld camera position. And then she had the idea of installing pipework to divert hot air from the engine exhausts across. Mid-June 1939, it flew out of Modern Service cover story. It visited a major this year we've seen this aircraft fly Buxton displays in the company of the aircraft restoration company's Spitfire PR-11, which is going to be flying hopefully in the big wing finale later on. That's because you can trace a direct line from the employment of this aircraft by the Secret Intelligence Service pre-war through to the early operations by photographic reconnaissance Spitfires over France and the development of a whole new fast-flying photo-recce capability. being brought into land by a very seasoned professional on the British vintage aeroplane, seeing Ben Cox, with Claire Durston joining him in the cockpit for the display.